Virgo, this November is a bustling month for you. There's a lot of activity in the sign of Scorpio. We have the sun moving through Scorpio until the end of November when it enters into Sagittarius. And this could really be indicating a lot of communication, a lot of running around, and just overall being busy and maybe even starting new routines, particularly around the 13th when we have a new moon in Scorpio. I do get the sense that some of you are feeling a little bit overwhelmed, just kind of communing with your energy, really connecting with you. And at the same time, I had this reassurance from Spirit that just felt like you got this. Don't let yourself be totally run down, but do what you need to do. I actually did pull the Elephant card for you as well. We'll get into the tarot in just a moment. But when I see the elephant, it really does feel like clearing out obstacles, moving forward, overcoming things. It's this unstoppable force. And we also have the fire that is being carried in the trunk of this elephant. And for some reason, this is reminding me of you this month, Virgo. You could be a beacon for other people. You could be shining the light of wisdom. And you are associated with the major arcana, the Hermit, who carries a lantern of illumination, who guides others. Even though the Hermit doesn't necessarily interact with people, the Hermit helps guide people back to themselves. And I really do feel like in the month of November, it's going to be important for you to keep a very strong foundation, for you to come back to your center, because you might even feel like you are responsible for other people or you have to show up for others. I do also see a change that could be happening at the end of this month in your work or in your career. Some of you might be getting some sort of recognition. Others of you could be completing maybe a project or some chapter or cycle. However this plays out, this could very well be what you are working towards in the beginning of this month, but it does feel like things are kind of shifting. Especially as we enter into Sagittarius season, the shift becomes more about your personal life. It's more focused on home and family, and it feels like that might be a bit of a reprieve from the start of November, especially since we are ending off October with an eclipse, and we are very much in the wake of this disruptive and catalytic energy for the first several weeks of November. If you're looking forward to this month's reading, then definitely be sure to hit like, subscribe, and the bell notification so you can always stay up to date with what's in the cards for you. For those of you who are brand new, my name is Michael, and I utilize tarot and tropical astrology to intuit monthly forecasts for your zodiac sign. And I actually do have a little favor to ask before we dive into today's reading. As many of you have noticed, I am now going by a different name. I'm now using Serafino Esoterica across all of my social media. Part of the inspiration for this new name is that I'm really excited to branch out and kind of broaden more than just tarot and astrology videos. I love doing these readings for all of you. It's really such a gift. And I also really want to talk about some other things. So if you have any questions or topics that you would like me to cover, definitely feel free to leave me a comment or send me a message, especially on Instagram. That's probably one of the best ways to get a hold of me. You can actually find all of my links for my social media accounts and my website in the description of this video. I will never reach out to you to solicit my services. Anyone who does this is just a fake account, so you can report and block them. And I just really appreciate all the support that you've given this channel and to me over these years. It really is a gift to do this work, and I'm so excited to continue putting out information and readings for all of you. So as I'm shuffling, Virgo, I'm just going to give my friendly reminder that these are all general readings, meaning not all the messages that come forward are going to be meant for you specifically. It's up to your own intuition to decide what is meant for you and what should be left behind for somebody else. Some of these energies may also come in the reverse, so another person's energy might actually be your own energy or vice versa. And you're also welcome to check out your moon or rising sign. If this video doesn't resonate or you'd just like greater clarity on something, there may be some messages there for you as well. So what do we have for Virgo? We actually have a lot of cards coming out. What are the messages for Virgo? A lot of fire. Oh my goodness, we have 5 wands so far. We have the 2 of Wands in reverse, the Queen of Wands, and the 7 of Wands, also in reverse. We do have the King of Wands, followed by the Knight of Wands. So, wow, a lot of interesting energy here. It's interesting that we also pulled the elephant card at the beginning of this reading because this is also a fire elemental card. So there's definitely a lot of movement, a lot of action. And this makes a ton of sense because we have a very strong Mars energy this month. Mars is the planet that rules over Scorpio, and it's also associated with our drive, aggression. There is very much this sense of conflict that is continuing from the month of October into November. And it feels like for some of you, with the Two of Wands in reverse as kind of a past energy, it feels like coming into November, something just didn't go the way that you thought it would. You might have had a plan that fell through. There might have just been something that seemed like it was promising and it kind of fell away. So I almost get the sense of disappointment or even feeling a bit lost or confused. It was like maybe kind of an unexpected plot twist. And looking at this Queen of Wands in reverse is interesting. Um, I'm really getting a very specific energy and message with this, and I'm trying to figure out how to say it. Um, because it's almost like something that didn't come through for you, Virgo. It almost feels like you were selling yourself short, anyways. And in a really weird way, whatever didn't go according to plan, whatever hasn't come to fruition for you, it's not because it was too lofty. In fact, it's almost the opposite. It's like the universe doesn't want to see you in just like the same situation or a slightly better situation. There's something about you reaching for your potential more, something that's untapped, unrealized. And it might feel like you've had to defend yourself or stand up for yourself, but it's like no one's really hearing you anyway. And maybe some of you are trying to prove your worth, but you don't even know what your value is fully. Or you don't value yourself fully. And it's so weird, Virgo, because I feel like in this reading, in this energy, I'm getting this sense of like there's kind of this outside, this projection, this face that you have for others. Um, but then there's a lot going on beneath the surface. There's like the public you and the private you. I actually want to clarify, why is the Seven of Wands in reverse here? What does this represent? Someone might just be throwing insults or just being rude or petty with the Page of Swords. Honestly, it's like, it's funny because this is the month or the season of communication for you. There's a lot of things that are being said that you're thinking, that you might be communicating. Maybe there's other people talking about you, Virgo, or saying things about you. And it's interesting because it's almost like the more you try to stand up to yourself, to this kind of petty or childish energy, the more inflammatory it becomes. And it's almost like not letting yourself be bothered. And that's kind of what this elephant feels like to me too. It's this big, bold energy. It's not gonna be thrown off kilter by something so small. I also see the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck too. There could be gossip. There could be things that people are saying behind your back or behind the scenes. Maybe there are other people who are trying to pull you in to some drama. If this isn't about you, it could be someone around you who's trying to, I guess, get a reaction or get you pulled in somehow. And honestly, Virgo, I don't feel like that's the best use of your time. I talked about it at the beginning of this reading. There's a lot going on for you this month. I feel like you are very busy. You're working things out, especially if there is something that kind of fell through and now you're picking up the pieces. Some of you might have been connecting with a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, they're all on the table here. Or maybe an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah, I feel like someone's trying to fight you with words. And that makes a lot of sense with Mars in Scorpio and the new moon conjunct Mars on the 13th. I also feel like some of you are really getting into fitness as well. Looking at all this fire, some of you are finding some sort of physical outlet, or that's something that would be very, very helpful for you this month. There could also be something creative or expressive. I just feel like you're engaging your body in some way. And like if you are doing something creative, I think it's actually almost like a performance or acting or singing, like something that is making you move your body, dancing. Like, you know, there's something that you are expressing in a very physical way, or that's something that would be very helpful for many of you. And so if there is something that you've been looking at, if there is like a fitness class or some sort of acting class or something like that that you've been thinking about taking, take this as your sign to do it. We do have the King of Wands here as well. This is actually upright, but this is in the position of a change and potential challenge. And it's kind of like knowing your worth, Virgo. And again, it's not being distracted by like petty things. Not feeling like you need to stand up to people who just aren't trying to understand you or who aren't going to get you. I do feel like someone did you dirty, though. I'm going to be honest, Virgo. I feel like someone maybe that you were connecting with or working with on something, especially a fire sign, it kind of feels like you got ghosted by somebody. Again, this is just for some of you, or like someone's being very two-faced with you. And like honestly, Virgo, you kind of just need to be the bigger person. Especially with this elephant. And I feel like you're about to go off in a new direction with the Knight of Wands. And instead of putting so much of your energy in like what other people think of you or what other people are saying about you, it's really helpful for you to shift your focus towards the things that you actually are passionate about, the things that excite you. Because some of you could be maybe losing friends or losing relationships or situations that like wasn't really working anyway. And like again, it's hard for me to really express how this is feeling because I'm not getting a sadness with this loss. It's like almost spiteful a little bit, like I did all of this and you're still treating me like this, you're still treating me this way. And it's like you didn't actually lose anything, you won something, and it's almost not even worth fighting for. And I feel like a big theme for the month of November collectively is figuring out what is worth fighting for. But I really feel that for you, Virgo. also feel like there's just a lot of attention on you. I feel like there's this chemistry that you're having with someone else or other people. Very, very kind of steamy energy here. I actually kind of want to clarify that. What is this energy I'm feeling with Virgo? We have the sun. Okay. Yeah, I feel like good times are definitely in store for you, particularly in your love life. Maybe you are meeting new people. For some of you, again, could be a Leo. For others of you, you might be finding a spark in a relationship again, or there's just more passion. Justice card. Interesting. You know, for all the people who don't appreciate you, Virgo, I feel like there are exponentially more who would love to connect with you, who would love to work with you, who would love to be in a relationship with you. And that's why it feels like not being disturbed by whatever sort of petty or shallow energy is around you. There really is a lot of brightness. There's a lot of light. And honestly, Virgo, I feel like some people are actually quite intimidated by you. And that's why they could be back-talking about you. That's why they could be trying to bring you down. It's because on a subconscious level, they feel threatened by you. And I get the sense, as I said that, some of you are like, no way. There's no one who's threatened by me. This can't be my reading. No, I really feel it. I feel like someone sees a potential in you, or someone sees you in a light that makes them feel unworthy. But instead of healing their own self-worth or self-esteem, they're trying to bring you down to how they feel. And that's really why people bully people. You know, it's about bringing someone down to your level. Which is honestly kind of sad. But all the more reason why you shouldn't try to fight it. You shouldn't try to push it back. You shouldn't try to, like, engage with it. If anything, you can lead by example, Virgo. You can show other people how to shine just by doing what's right for you. And this is really interesting because, again, we do have Mars in Scorpio, your third house of communication. And it may feel like a lot of you want to fight and stand up for yourself, but I feel like that's more energy that's actually being directed at you. And it's like, how do you actually want to use your words, use your mind? What thoughts do you want to think? Like, how much of your energy and time do you really want to spend on bullshit? Like, that's really what I'm getting here. Because I feel like there's something that's very exciting for you. You know, and I think because you're getting some sort of recognition, potentially at the end of this month with the full moon in Gemini, I feel like other people know that's coming, or they sense something is coming, and maybe they are trying to sabotage it, or they're just trying to bring you down. And again, that's their loss. And I really do feel like there is a lot of attention on you, Virgo, and to be honest, it does feel like there are people who are finding you very attractive. There are people who want to reciprocate what it is that you want to give or offer in relationship. Like, there are balanced relationships. There's a lot of beautiful energy here. Any other messages for Virgo for the month of November? We have the Star, really remembering the bigger picture. And there's also this kind of renewal. And I feel like there are people just jealous of you, jealous of your success. They see you like a star. And I know a lot of you aren't going to resonate with that right away. But I really do feel that. And with the star, it also feels like your life is about to become a lot bigger. 1 year from now, 5 years from now, you're going to be looking back at this time period, and it's almost like you forgot what you were dealing with, this kind of petty energy, this petty behavior, sorry, things that seem so large now will seem very small in the future. And we have the Queen of Cups. Really connecting with your intuition, not losing yourself in other people. And it's interesting, Virgo, because I really feel like with this group, you don't shine by trying to put attention on you. You are somehow shining in a way where you help other people shine. And some people are afraid of their own light. Or they're told that they can't shine. And so that's why you're getting this really big reaction from some people. Because the Queen of Cups can be kind of like this mirror. When we react to her, on some level at least, we are also reacting to ourselves. And maybe something you said that wasn't even about another person activates them, right? Or triggers them. Anything else? Just had several cards fall out. Let me see if I can get High Priestess. Very on point with this Queen of Cups. Yeah, your intuition is very, very strong, Virgo. You are dialed in to something. Your mind is very, very intuitive. And this is the thing, some of you might just know people are talking about you behind your back, or they're thinking things about you because you can feel it, even if you don't have the proof. But I don't really think it's worth investigating right now. I'm just going to be honest. I mean, obviously use your intuition and discernment there too, but I feel like for most of you, that's a distraction. You have something that you are really passionate about. There is this light that you are walking in or walking towards, and a light that you are carrying, a light that you are shining. And it is making people very, very jealous. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this is also the energy of like a jealous ex who sees you out and about, having a good time, maybe spreading rumors about you. I could really see a situation like that, actually. I see the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck as well. But I don't think that's other people's experience of you at all. And you don't need to worry about them. I feel like those are all the messages I have for you this month, Virgo. I hope that this was helpful. Definitely be sure to comment down below. Are you hearing gossip? Like, what's going on here? It seems really interesting. Or rather, it seems like whatever this is just a flicker next to the light that you are moving towards. There's something that you're really excited about. So I'm really curious to hear from all of you. All of my links are in the description of this video if you'd like a personal reading or distance Reiki session. Again, you're welcome to check out the playlist, maybe watch the videos for your moon or rising sign or other placements. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, Virgo, and have a happy and blessed November.